About to go and head over to Home Depot. Go pick up a couple of supplies. Get this job going today. There's this feature on these new cars that just doesn't make any sense to me. And it's that. It's like when you press down on the brake, say you're sitting at the light, you press down on the brake, the freaking engine shuts down. Shuts down, go to sleep, whatever you want to call it. That doesn't make any sense to me. Because aren't you still using more gas to restart the engine versus just idling? I don't get it. I don't know how the technology works. All right, I don't mess with cars or nothing like that. But at least growing up, when you had regular cars, right, you never shut the car off completely, because every time you shut the car off completely, it took more gas to start up, right? Versus just sitting there and idling. So it's almost like these cars. Ooh, what is that? So I'm gonna show you in a minute. As soon as I stop, let me grab the camera. Let me see. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And this is why I always turn that crap off. Okay. Let me see. Let me turn it around. See that little icon? Hopefully it clears up. But there's a little icon on there that's an A or like a recycle button or a recycle icon around it. Hold on. Alright, I'm stopping now. This little thing here. Look at that. It's activated now. So it sounds like the engine shut off, right? Doesn't make any sense to me. I'm stopped at a light. This is a long light. Sorry, guys. Shooting on a Pocket 3 today. Full auto mode. I think from now on, when I do the vlogs, that's what I'm gonna do, is just full auto mode. You know? It just works better. What do you think? Home Depot or Lowe's? What kind of person are you? A Home Depot or Lowe's person? I am a Home Depot man. All the time, Home Depot. We gotta go get some screws. Screws. Where the screws at? It's my first time trying screws with. Oh, Ryobi got a nice little sale going on for you Ryobi lovers out there. Ooh, $119. I already have one. I don't never use it though. I used to be a big time Ryobi fan, man. I still am a Ryobi fan. The only thing now is just that I feel like Ryobi's still a little bit too bigger. I mean, a little bit too big. And so I moved over to Milwaukee. I'm a Milwaukee man now. Alright, I need some screws. I'm over here wasting time. Where the screws at? Oh man, fasteners. Let's go here. Screws. Nails. Oh, excuse me. Nails, screws. I need some 3-inch. 1 1/4. 2 inches. Yep. I think I'm gonna go with these. Number 2 Phillips. Drywall screws, 2-inch. These, I usually use these for mostly everything, especially dealing with drywall. So I'm gonna get these. And I need my favorite ones, some toggle bolts. Let me see if I find some toggle bolts real quick. I used to use these anchors right here, like when hanging up towel rods and shower curtains. They work sometimes. I don't know. I've been finding lately they've been super cheap, where they actually was snapping completely in half instead of snapping right at the little tip. Right? I don't know if you can see them, but the little tips in there. They would snap completely down the middle of them and then just fall apart in the wall instead of bursting open. It's crazy. So I stopped getting these. I don't know. I just had a lot of bad experiences with those. So now I just come over to my toggle bolts. These right here. Well, not this size. Yeah, the 2-inch joints. These right here work lovely with your shower rods and towel rods, stuff like that. I think I'm gonna get these. Man, they $10 for a pack now. I know $10 isn't a lot, but $10 is a lot. When it comes down to things like this. Yeah. So these two, you got your tool bag. You better make sure you have these inside your tool bag. Saves you all the time. A lot of times I go to these properties and they don't have screws or anything, and they just depend on the company to buy it. Where yeah, the company do supply it, but I feel like if you want to be successful at what you do, sometimes you just gotta go above and beyond. You know what I mean? And make your job easier. Just because you don't have it in the shop doesn't mean that you can't go pick it up for yourself. Now you pick it up for yourself, and then you create your own little tool bag, a toolbox, or whatever, so that whenever you do go to a different property or you go to do any different job, you have the supplies you need. So Home Depot make it extremely easy for the regular person to come in and pick up anything you need. Like this stuff right here. Your PPE, look at that. Different types of helmets. You get different goggles and face shields. Yeah, it's everything here, man. There's no reason why a person should be like, oh, I don't have, or Yeah, there's no reason why a person should be like, oh, I don't have this. Like, if you have, I get it if you don't have the funds. That's different. If you don't have the funds to pick up, you know, what you need. But if you have the funds to go out, get you some beer, cigarettes, Starbucks, whatever, right? Those things right there cost more than these right here. These right here can make you more money to get that crap that you want to get. Because we all looking to get some type of crap, right? This is why we really work, is because we want things, right? When you really think about it, when we go down to just the bare minimum, that's what you're really working for, because you need a house. Well, you need some place to live. You need to support yourself. You need to pay your bills. And all of this stuff is just stuff. No matter how we look at it, it's all just stuff. And if we really get down to it, if we search for the Lord and ask the Lord to come into our heart and make our focus more on Him, then He will provide what we need, right? He will provide what we need. Seek He first. That's all it is that, especially if we're trying to do it for the kingdom and we're trying to do right in life, you know, God will open these doors for us, man. But we gotta be real about it. We gotta know what we're doing it for. And if you have any wickedness in your heart and you're trying to do it for that purpose, then guess what? God ain't gonna allow it to happen. Or if He do allow it to happen, there's something else behind it. You know what I mean? There's always a lesson to be learned behind it. Why are there no flatheads? There's always a lesson to be learned behind it, no matter what we do. There's no flathead? Oh, only those right there. I need some stubbies. I don't need those. Man, that's crazy. Look at that, old Phillips. They even got Starbits now. Wow. But no flatheads. Yeah. I'm glad they moved away from flatheads, because I hate flatheads with a passion. But the problem is, when you're working on an old property, a lot of these old properties used to use flatheads like crazy. So now you got all these products that need to use flathead.
Please scan your items. When you're finished, select the Pay Now button.
$6. And boom. And that's $15.88. I forgot I got my phone hooked up to it. Yeah. Oh, let me put my card in, my Pro card in first. Go back. Guys, if you don't have a Home Depot, guys, if you're working in this field and you don't have a Home Depot Pro account, man, you're missing out. You're missing out. Nah, I don't know. I don't know if you're really missing out, because I ain't spent enough money to freaking get anything from it yet. So we'll see what happens. But the good thing is it does save all your transactions. So you have all your receipts, you know, for the future, for different situations, tax purposes or whatever. I know a while back when I first started traveling for work, right? Delta lost all my tools, man. And this was like the first month I started working with. How you doing? Have a good day. This is like the first month I had started working, and I was like, damn. But luckily, you know, I had backup tools, but my major tools, the ones I love to use, Delta stole my stuff, man. Somebody at Delta stole my stuff because my whole bag was gone. I was so pissed, man. But luckily, I had receipts, and so all I had to do was upload my receipts to the Delta site. It took about 3 weeks or so, and then they cut you a check. How you doing, man? They cut you a check, and you go and get, you know, what you need to get. But man, that was one time it really sucked, because I had like the bare minimum with me after that for some time, because I refused to go home, and get the rest of my, get the rest of the tools, or create a whole nother set of tools for these jobs if I wasn't going to be reimbursed for that situation, But, again, the Lord took care of it and allowed me to rebuild quickly. So, just gotta have faith, man. Because at that point, I could have been like, you know what, I'm done with this. This is it. I lost all this, blah, blah, blah. And I could have quit. But I didn't. You know what I did instead? I prayed a whole lot. And gave it to the Lord. And I still had what I needed to get the jobs done, right? It just wasn't the exact tools that I wanted to use. But it took a little time, a little patience, and boom, we back at it again. So, on that note, we're going to keep God first. Keep on praying for others, guys. We don't know what people are going through. We don't know what they're going through. So this is why we can't judge. We cannot judge, man. Just keep on praying for them, man. And move on. It's going to be great. This is going to be an awesome day. I'm claiming that in Jesus' name. Let's go.